The legend of Black Aggie begins in 1891, the year when Henry Adams placed an elaborate sculpture over his deceased wife's grave. His wife, Marian Adams, had died several years prior, taking her own life through an overdose of potassium after spending several years in a deep depression following her father's death. Plunged in despair, Henry Adams spent 4 years creating a statue as a memorial to his late wife. This statue, designed by Augustus St. Gaudens, was often called Grief by those who knew of it, though officially Adams never gave it a title. Not much else is known about it either, as Henry Adams spoke surprisingly little of the macabre statue in the years after her conception, even going so far as to plant bushes and trees around the memorial in an attempt to hide her from any wandering eyes, though it was hardly successful. In 1908, Adams received shocking news that an illegal copy of Grief had been bought by General Felix Agnes, who had previously admired the statue and had purchased a copy to adorn his own family's grave. This copy ended up becoming even more famous than the original, ending up with the nickname Black Aggie from those who had the misfortune to pass by in the dark of night. In 1922, Agnes's wife passed away, and in 3 years he followed suit, both ending up being buried at the feet of the frightening statue. It was after this that the legends truly came to life.
One of the most popular legends involves a local fraternity who had included the statue in their initiation rites, doubting the popular legend surrounding her. New members were made to spend the night in her arms, and some were made to sit in her lap. The tale claims that one unsuspecting freshman had been going through the rites and had met his death, and the statue came to life and crushed him. Another story tells of a watchman searching the grounds one night, and at the stroke of midnight, a blood-curdling scream tore through the stagnant cemetery air, and upon investigation, the watchman had apparently found a young man lying at the foot of the statue, stone cold. The story claims that the young man had died of fright at the horrific sight of the statue. Yet another tale, this time from an apparent witness, going by the simple alias of Frank, claims that while sightseeing, him and his 2 friends had happened upon the statue, and as a joke, his friend had snuffed out a cigarette in her arms. Frank claims that 10 years later, that same friend had died, shot in the head, execution style. Frank claims that he also knew that Black Aggie was involved, as he could see it in her eyes that night, as if she was telling the future.